Hello everyone and welcome to Better Minecraft Fabric Edition. This is the Better Minecraft Fabric Edition. I have done the Forge one. It is going to be linked in the cards, and I might do a comparison video similar to the one that I did before between the 1.20 Forge and the 1.20 Fabric. Make sure to subscribe for more Better Minecraft related content, or if you want to know anything else like other mod packs, I'll do a review on other mod packs, and maybe you want to see those out, go ahead. Anyways, let's get right into this. This mod pack has Biomes of Plenty, which revamps the biomes and adds in new biomes to your game. There are also a couple of flower and floral related mods that adds in more shrubbery and floral stuff. So of course, you're going to see a bunch more new flowers and all that. The mod pack that is for Forge Better Minecraft doesn't actually contain Biomes of Plenty. This might change within the near future. Maybe it's already out there. But from what I can tell, this is going to be only for Fabric. There is also this biome mod, I believe, called Nature Spirits, which adds in like these interesting biomes, which kind of like correlates seasonal stuff like tropical shores. And I really like the leaf design on some of these trees. They're really cool, and the additional foliage on the side is a really nice touch. So you have really amazing biomes alongside Biomes of Plenty that complements it and adds more diversity to your world. There are a lot of structures within Better Minecraft, and in particular the Forge version and the Fabric version have very similar structure mods. However, there are some structure mods that are unique to this one. Unnamed Desert is one of these mods in which it adds in like these cool little like structures here where, as you can see, they're kind of like pillager areas, and you have other structures that are from the Unnamed Desert. They just really fit in with the desert environment, and it's just a real cool structure to like find within the desert. And then some structure mods that are very similar to each other between the Forge and Fabric, by the way, are the fact that there are catacombs and there are like these little cobble areas. I believe this is from Quark. And Young's mods such as the Young's Bridges, Young's Mine Shafts, Young's Better Stronghold, Jungle Temples, Desert Temples. You'll have basically Young's Better everything. And you'll have like some smaller structures such as this one around the world. Of course, all of them are going to be, unique to their biomes. Some structures such as a door build and a bunch more structure mods will be around the world. And some structure mods like Structory adds in like these really cool in-depth structures to your world. Sometimes they won't come with like spawners or anything like that, but like they'll come with like houses with villagers in it, or just add some uniqueness to your world, and it won't just be like some random hut in the middle of nowhere with nothing inside of it. And this is an example of a Young's Mineshaft. Of course, depending on the biome, the mineshaft will change a little bit. This one's more because there is a forest above it. It's more wood-like. So it is, of course, going to be dependent on the biome that it's in. And of course, When Dungeons Arise is in here, along with other dungeon mods, such as, I believe, Awesome Dungeons is in here. So like this dungeon, for example, is from When Dungeons Arise. And there are a bunch more dungeons to find around your world that are very big and grand and contains real hostile mobs with potentially really good loot. These are an example of some of the creatures that you'll find around the world for some of the mobs. As you can see, friends and foes is in here, and that brings some of your mob vote friends back into Minecraft. So of course you have the Tough Golem, Moobloom, and Rascal, etc. So these guys are now roaming your world, and you can find them, and they'll have their respective abilities as previewed in the mob vote. Adventure Z is also back in here, and it is one of the more recurring ones for Fabric, but this one adds in mini bosses to passive mobs to regular hostile mobs, and I believe there are some regular boss mobs within this, and it is an overall really cool mod because it adds in more life to your world while not taking away too much from the overall gameplay of Minecraft. Here we have some interesting new variants from the variants mod, and there are new variants of the zombie and the skeleton, and they each have their own respective differences and buffs. As you can see, the skeleton even has a snowball, and of course it depends on like the biome they spawn in. As you can tell, some of them have a clear indication as to where they would spawn. Some more guys that will appear in your world, particularly within raids, are some illager invasion guys, and these are just only like roughly half, if not less than half of them. They have their own little respective perks and abilities, and it is going to be a hassle dealing with all of them at the same time during raids and invasions. And aside from dimensions, that's essentially it for some of the creatures. I do want to show you this cool little like wandering trader. This is the kind of new wandering trader design, and it is an overall really cool design. Of course, his stuff still sucks, or sorry, her stuff really sucks. But that's a cool little change in the design real quick that I wanted to show. Now we are going to the dimensions. Welcome to the Bumble Zone. You'll encounter bees of many varieties and some big bees, some queen bees, some very particular bees and very peculiar bees. And you might be a little confused with what you find in here because it seems like a very ridiculous dimension for people that don't understand the power and true prowess of bees. But it is a very fun dimension for exploration for a little bit, and there's just a lot of things you can do involving like the big bee, the queen bee, etc, etc. So go ahead and enjoy yourself within this cool dimension that all you need to do is just throw an ender pearl into a hive and then you get to this dimension. So really cool concept, and I hope you guys enjoy your bee endeavors. This is the Paradise Lost dimension. Now, you might be curious as to why this dimension looks very, very similar to a certain dimension that is found within Forge. Paradise Lost dimension is just another way of saying the Aether dimension. Now, the Aether dimension and the Paradise Lost dimensions are a little different in how they operate. Of course, Paradise Lost doesn't exactly have the same cloud formations and the same terrain generation. It's a little different, and you might notice that there aren't that many things going on within this dimension, and like the models for some animals here and there are a little different. Of course, that is the moa, and I actually really like the moa design. It's a more normal bird-like approach, and there are new structures and all that stuff that might appear in this dimension. They basically revamped the Aether within their own image, and I actually kind of like that because what that means is we won't get like a direct copy. It's a unique form of Aether that is found within this Better Minecraft. And here's the last dimension that is new. This is the Other Side, and the Other Side is part of the Deeper Darker mod, and the Other Side contains a lot of cool things. It is a mod that in order to get to this, you have to kill the warden, get the hearts, put it inside of the big frame that will lead you to this dimension. And this dimension has a bunch of skulk-like creatures, skulk-like monsters, and a bunch of skulk sensors. Especially since you're going to have to kill the warden anyways, you definitely need some sort of protection because you're going to be encountering the warden maybe a couple more times than you would hope for within this dimension. And this dimension does have some interesting buildings, and those have urns. You break the urns and you get some good stuff. Go ahead and try this dimension out for yourself when you do have the materials and necessities to go to this dimension. This is the Nether, and it is overhauled because of better Nether and also because of many dungeon mods. This is a really cool and overhauled Nether, and it's just really, really pretty. There are new biomes, and there are dungeons because of the dungeon mods previously mentioned. So you do have a lot of cool stuff when you do explore the Nether. There is just so much more incentive in just not only like going to the Nether, but maybe even living in the Nether because of how cool the foliage is. I mean, look at this. This is really, really pretty. Go ahead and check out the Nether for yourself. All right, and here we have the End Dimension. First off, we have Better End Island because of the Young's Better End Island mod. And this enhances the entire end fight by giving a little bit of an introduction, along with new tower designs. And this is the introduction part right here, where it will blow up the top of the towers for each one. And then when it reaches to its conclusion of doing so, the big bad Ender Dragon will start yelling profusely as it falls down from the heavens to fight you. So here it is, and of course you have to destroy the crystals per usual. But yeah, that's basically it for this section right here. The end is overhauled through the Better End mod. As you can tell from the Better Nether mod, it was really vast and vibrant. And you'll have the same results when you go explore the better end. And the better end also has like a couple of structures here and there from other mods, and it just looks so pretty. It looks so much more prettier than it was before. It just feels like it has much more vibrant life to it, and it's not like this barren wasteland. And you can tell by like the tree designs, they're just really cool. The better end mod is an amazing mod because of how cool it makes the trees and such. And there is some like cool like sounds that you hear within like some of the forests and such, which is a really nice touch. And you can see like there's even like these cool little like jellyfish, and there's a smokestack coming out of that thing. It's just a really cool mod because of like how good they made the entire end biome. So this is the quest line. You first click on this to get yourself some bread, and you get a bunch of these. You click this, get a totem, and done. Get this torches, a rainbow birch sapling, and this will basically take you through like the intro stuff of this entire area. You can read it, but usually it doesn't matter too much. And you have dimensions, and these dimensional quests will obviously, if it's in the overworld, it's in the overworld. If it's in the Nether, then you have to go to the Nether. Defeat an amethyst golem, defeat a desert rhino, defeat a summoner, defeat a mammoth, and defeat all 3 Illager magicians. So all of these can be obtained and defeated and all that stuff within the overworld, and they're not really that hard to deal with. So they actually tell you where to find these individual creatures, and then you can go to like the Nether, defeat the Blackstone Golem, Necromancer, Nether Gauntlet, Blaze Guardian, Wildfire, Pagan Beast, and the Wither, of course. The Bubble Zone, it's a very simple quest line where you have to find a crystalline flower, craft a honey crystal shield, find a hanging garden, obtain pollen puff, and of course find the queen bee. Paradise Lost also has a very simple quest line. Tame a Moa, obtain olivite, craft a redstone elevator, obtain a glazed goldsmithing template, craft a Madri's noodle soup, I probably mispronounced that wrong, and obtained refined surtrum. You also have the end quest. Enter the end, defeat the ender dragon, find an ender whale, defeat an ender warthog, obtain an eternal portal, and kill the eye, enter the void and defeat the void shadow, and craft a dragon anvil. And the other side has the quest line where you have to craft a warning helmet, craft a warning leggings. Go ahead and go to the other side itself, find a skulk snapper, defeat a shriek worm, defeat a stalker, defeat a shatter, and craft the soul elytra. There's also a new storage system, which is a really cool storage system that you should try out. You craft the inventory connector, you craft a wireless terminal, and you craft an advanced wireless terminal, and you craft a storage terminal, craft some inventory cables, craft the inventory cable connector, craft the crafting terminal. It will help you out immensely. You can put stuff into the storage, and the crafting terminal will help you craft stuff from the storage. It will have a entire like plethora of stuff that it would show that you have, and you can craft them directly without having to go through the inventory and all that stuff to get your stuff. And it's all the miscellaneous items. These are all really important items in order to improve your experience within Better Minecraft. Frayed backpack, sleeping bag, hammock, cushion, XP conduit, grindstone, piglin flag, trading post, calendar, saw, nature's compass, XP book, XP saver, charger and a pearl, a stone cutter, a hammock, another chest, a sleeping bag, a bartering station, and a diamond madden torch. These are very random items, but that just helps you with like getting a feel of like what you can do, what you can create within this mod pack. And one thing that they didn't show here is a waste stone. Waste stones are really useful because you can set your waste stone, and it will help you with like, if you do have it enabled, you can teleport to it for experience levels, or you can also just have it there as like a nice checkpoint or like a waypoint so that you can go to it whenever you're lost. And finally, we have the bosses. And this one is Bosses of Mass Destructions. There are 4 bosses. You can see the ones that you haven't seen on the screen right now. This is the Obsidiolith. You put an eye in there, and then you watch them come out of the ground. And it's a very simple animation. Here is the Obsidiolith. If I get my fire ruby set and start attacking it. Oh, there we go. That was really quick. It has basic ground pound effects, and it is doing things. Oh my goodness. Eventually, you'll notice a pattern with what their attacks are, but my goodness, it is a really cool boss overall, and all of the bosses are like this, And each of the points that you see on the health bar represents a point where they're just going to change into its next phase. Up, and it's reached its next phase. What is it doing? Oh, it has these new little things here. It has a bit of a protective seal, so of course that means that you have to get rid of these things. Unfortunately, I don't have a pickaxe, so I'm kind of screwed here. But you get the idea. It is a really cool concept and a really cool boss overall. Here we have some examples of the Adventure Z bosses. The Eye, which will take you to the Void Z boss, and the Blackstone Golem. And these are really cool bosses once more. Of course, they have their own unique stuff, and if I go into survival, here we go. I just looked at the Enderman. What in the world? What is happening? I'm being teleported. There's 2 eyes. What is happening? Hey, the Blackstone Golem is gonna drop me. Okay, I think you guys get the idea. Yeah. So yeah, the Eye kind of summoned its like Eye counterparts, and you also have this Eye counterpart. This is the real Eye over here. So you can kind of get how crazy this is. And it's an 800 health boss. That is twice more than the Wither and then some. And the Blackstone Golem is twice the health of the Wither. So you can kind of get how crazy some of these bosses can get. And the Void Z boss, well, I mean, you'll see for yourself how crazy that guy is when you do face him. But for now, let's just take a nice lovely little break here and call it there. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked the video, like the video, want to subscribe, and subscribe, go ahead and check out this mod pack, Better Minecraft for Fabric 1.21. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care and goodbye.